Welcome back, everyone. Today, again, I've got James Ray XRP from Schmeckles, and I apologize. I've been away for a bit. I've had the thing that's been going around for about 2 years,
The thing that should
and
not be named.
the thing that shall not be named that has taken me out for a bit. And yeah, I have cough drops will travel. I'll be trying to mute myself so I don't like cough over James here, because this cough is lingering. But appreciate all of my community who has been sticking around. Of course, all of you who have liked, subscribed, and hit that bell. If you have not done so, please do that in the future because I appreciate all of your support. And yeah, trying to bring you the most legitimate projects on the XRPL and those that are seeking to live up to a higher standard than others. So with that being said, James, you have some amazing, great announcements you'd like to share with the community. I hear that there's something about a game,
Yeah.
and I brought your new website up. I was hoping I could share that as well.
Yeah, well,
Um,
let's start with the website. So we have relaunched a new website just with a little bit more love, and we're amalgamating all the data onto that website. There's still a little bit of art that exists on the original website, and that will be brought across in the next month, but everything else is here. We've added quite a comprehensive how to buy section as well. We've broken it up into 3 separate pages to make it as easy as possible. I should say 4 separate pages. A summary page is in there. We also feature your videos within that section. So we'd love to go through that with you now live and
wow,
just move through it.
very
But
nice
yeah,
website.
there's also the merch. We have our games loaded up there now. Obviously, the Linktree and Trustline are there too. So in the merch section, there is right down the bottom collaboration with XRPL merch in there. So we're working on 2 new items now. So I want to get a beanie with the Schmeckle logo right up the front. And
Nice.
we're also working on a t-shirt with the schmeckles.io, which is the website domain on the back of the shirt as well. So a bit of promotion while you're walking around with Schmeckles merch, I thought was a reasonable thing to do. And the guys over at XRPL merch are fantastic. They're really easy to deal with, very responsible with everything they're doing. I think they're in Canada, but they utilize services in the US. A very cool group. So if you just click the merch button just on the main, so across to the right, just click merch on
I'm
the
not
toolbar.
sure.
So you got how to buy
Oh,
art
click
merch.
merch. Oh,
Click
click.
merch. There you go.
Nerd. My bad. All
Maybe we
right.
need to fix up that menu item, so we'll jot that down.
No, that would have been I'm just yeah, I'm not thinking all that great still. But yeah.
That's fine. That's a lesson for me. I'll add that in. But yeah, there's the XRPL merch right down the bottom. So featuring in that at the moment is the t-shirt from the last art competition winner, which is now available to purchase. I've actually grabbed a couple of those for myself and my wife.
Which one? Sorry.
The right all the way down the bottom.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
Stronghold.
Yeah. So there you go. They're coming soon. We've got the Schmeckles beanie and the Schmeckles.iot, which will be very, very soon. Actually, it's not too
Oh,
far
okay.
off. But
I
I'd
was
love
looking
to,
for it.
if we can jump into the how to buy section and
Yeah,
just
sure.
quickly run through that, it might be a nice thing. So people who are new to the XRPL, this is just a all-encompassing step-through process, instructional, if you will, to get you into the XRPL and then to take that further to purchase Schmeckles themselves. That is one of the biggest questions we get is how do you purchase? Why is it so difficult? So we've tried to simplify it as much as possible. As we move forward into the future, there will be further developments from other projects. So for example, on XRP have worked with a group called Banksa, BANXA, and they've created a Apple Pay a possibility for purchasing XRP. So instead of adding yourself onto an exchange like this instructional instructs you to do. So I should say this is created for an Australian exchange called CoinSpot, but it works for any exchange. You just have to run through the similar process. But yeah, if we could circumvent this first step, for example, and just have buy XRP with your Apple Pay, that might be a really good way to get through these 4 steps in a single step, for example. So
Gotcha.
that's interesting, but we're not there yet. We haven't reviewed that. I'm not sure if you have yet, JT. I don't think you have.
No, that's actually on my list before I was kind of taken
Yeah.
out. um,
Fantastic. But it sounds really good. And it seems like it's been picked up by media outside of the XRPL, which is quite exciting. So it's really cool.
yep. I don't think I can buy any other crypto from Apple Pay that I'm aware of, but um, that is really cool. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
check it out.
Yeah, I think
So
so.
we have the 4 steps here, and
So this is
then
to purchase your XRP. So we've done it for utilizing the Zum wallet, which we believe is the easiest. And it's also got that added safety factor of having a Zum wallet where you do have your secret keys, you take them offline. So your funds within your Zum wallet are yours rather than having them on an exchange where you're dependent on a third party. So we do encourage people to use the Zum wallet, but of course it's not the only way. We are listed on the Swift exchange, so SWFT, where you can purchase Schmeckles through there as well directly. But we want people to have that power and potential to have their own tokens in their own wallet where there's no third party involved. So that's what the Zum wallet allows you to do.
yep, and that's some right there for those who don't know. Um, and yeah, let's this is the steps to set things up as you mentioned before.
And to activate it as well. And then you'd go to that final step, which is purchase Schmeckles, where another one of your videos actually feature JT.
Oh,
So
okay.
we've really lent on you for this because your videos are so detailed and it gives people a visual way as well. So if it's difficult for people to follow through text-based learning, when they're going through this process, they may want to have the video of you going through the process live and doing it with you alongside you. And that is just such a great asset to have on our website. So thank you so much for letting us have that on here.
Yeah, for sure. You never need permission to share my stuff on YouTube. I definitely appreciate it, and it's great to be able to support your project and collaborate with you. So
Thank you,
cool
JT.
stuff. But yeah, this is really, if anyone has questions, this is a really detailed place to go to get the information. So, and there's on xrpl.com or on XRP that you mentioned.
Yep.
Let's just take a quick look at that. I'll probably end up doing another video showing how this works, but you can obviously buy Schmeckles there and trade XRP for Schmeckles.
So it works similar to the Sologenic user interface. So you have to connect your wallet to their platform.
Yep.
But then you're utilizing your own holdings. So you're not dependent on XRP as an exchange. They're not a centralized exchange. They're offering a user interface to the decentralized exchange, or the decentralized ledger, which is the XRPL.
Yep. And this is the cash option you were saying about. I wonder, do they have USD? Okay, making sure, because man, we're so limited sometimes.
Okay, very interesting. Yeah, so that I've actually not even been on this page before, so that's quite cool to
Apple
know
Pay,
that.
there it is.
Yeah, fantastic.
Um,
And that fee's not that bad either, 0.01. That's decent. I know a lot of exchanges have like a 1% fee, for
it's
example. So
it's 2% or 0.01999. So
they're nines. It looks like zeros on my screen. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
no problem. Just saying, like they get you that way, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm sure that's still lower than most.
Definitely.
All right. Well, cool. We've seen art. The art has obviously been updated as well. Since this is a combined site, because you used to have two, right?
Yeah, so the past competitions will take you back to the original website.
Oh, okay.
So you can see all these, but we are going to bring these across within the next month. So right now you're on the OG website. So that's schmeckles.xrpl.com. That website will be made redundant when that art has been transferred, but we still want to celebrate the art, of course. It's such a big part of what Schmeckles do. So we wanted to ensure that was still accessible even with the new website. It's just a whole lot of images that we want to ensure are delivered there in their best form, in their highest quality. So we will get that across in the next month.
Gotcha. Well, I'm really impressed with the site. I think, I definitely appreciate being on there, of course. I love that you guys have schmeckles.io because I always forget to put the XRPL .com if I'm not just using your link tree. So
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it to load and like, why is this not working? Because I forgot. But now you guys have a much simpler URL even. So it's great.
The next step is to get people to know how to spell Schmeckles, I think.
I still can't do it. So
I still get it wrong sometimes.
I just love saying it. I don't want to spell it. I just want to say it all the time. So speaking of Schmeckles, let's move on to the game. Can you
Yes,
I'll
definitely.
stop sharing. Can you share your screen and show us a preview?
Definitely. So let me know when it's up on the screen, but I'll talk you through as well.
You're up and
So,
good to go.
oh, fantastic. All right. So we've created a pixelated role-playing game, as you can see on screen, where you control a character, a hero, and you circumnavigate through this little world that we've created. You can visit different cities. So we'll take you into the first little city over here. And within the cities, you have NPCs to engage with, as well as quest lines that you can take your hero on. You also have a few different other features, which we will talk about a little bit further as we progress, but they're called town heralds, and the town heralds really are there to celebrate other projects on the XRPL. So they will run you through a few different questions about the projects themselves. So they'll introduce the project, a little bit of background on the project, and then they'll provide you with a multiple choice question. And if you get it correct, then you receive something within the game itself. So the Schmeckles that is referenced on the screen now is in game. This isn't Schmeckles in outside on your Zum wallet. So just to make that completely clear.
I don't get any Schmeckles in any cryptocurrency from playing this game.
That's right. We will be introducing achievements.
Okay.
So for the beta release, as well as for the final release. So the first community member to achieve those achievements and post them publicly will be rewarded with XRP. So that's part of what we're doing. Then you can choose to use that XRP to purchase Schmeckles if you choose, but you can keep that in your bag and use it as you see fit. So another big part of this game is we want to celebrate artists. We can't really do that through the artwork itself, but we do have the art competitions as a different element of the Schmeckles project. But one thing that we have been able to do is celebrate music through this game. So for example, this NPC, Daniel in the Lion Den, is an Australian musician, and he has a song that you are able to listen to. So if you click yes here, then his song will play. We don't have the audio today, but when you're playing the game, the audio will be there, where you will now be hearing his actual song through the game. And yeah, definitely something that we want to do further. So I'm not sure if I did mention it, but this is the beta release. And the idea of the beta release is to get people introduced to the game, but we want to offer a lot of things actually. So the first thing we're offering is to other artists out there, musicians particularly. If you have music that you want to be featured in this game, please get in contact with us. We would love to feature your music. So we do have some artists that are already involved. So Daniel and Lion Den is one. Also XRP Lemmy has a few songs within here as well. So we are working with more and more artists. We know there's a gentleman called Crypto Red Eye who's also recorded a song for us. So we want to use his song in this game as well. So that's two things so far. So that you've got the Town Heralds, which is a chance for projects to advertise within the game, get some information out to the players of the game about their project, have that little questionnaire at the end, so to ensure people are actually reading the content. And then there's other features as well, which we'll quickly run you through. So this place over here is XRPL City, which is an educational space within the game. So in this space, you're going to have the opportunity to learn about the XRPL, about XRP, and about Ripple itself.
Okay.
We do have a rising thing to announce there, but we could keep that in our back pocket for now. But in this place, which is this tower is currently shut down, protected by a security guard at the back entrance, and at the front entrance, we've got these cones up so you can't get in. But there is this NPC that you can interact with in the beta version, who will give you a number of questions that you have to answer correctly. So here's the question one: which of the following answers is true about market orders? And you have multiple choice answers there. So market orders execute as quickly as possible. Market orders allow you to set the buy-sell price. Market orders are the only way to trade. So 3 questions for those following at home. The correct answer is number 1. So if you get that correct, then you will receive some in-game credits or in-game Schmeckles, and you also receive some experience. So that's an example of how the tower is going to operate. I guess in a sense, we can also introduce other elements to that tower. If anyone else wants to provide educational content to get out through there, we're happy to work with you on that as well.
Okay.
So that's another one of the game's features. Yep.
Education is good, but I mean, I'm used to having a more, you said this is an RPG? Yeah. Okay. So will I be able to fight, or? You
most definitely can. And this is where I'm actually bringing us now. So this is the forest, or the forest maze, and within the forest maze there's goblins and gnomes. There's also other NPCs that you can battle. So this is just one of the areas where battle sequences will come. Another hint for everyone: the entry into the maze is on the left-hand side. Another little secret. So if we just walk around and then we can go into a battle sequence. So these are the gnomes. This is your hero, and this is how you fight and interact over here. So it is a web-based game from a browser. So you will need a laptop, a PC, or similar device to play this game. We are looking towards the final release also going to mobile, but we can't make that promise just yet. So in this, you can attack. You also have the opportunity to do special attacks and utilize your MP. So if we fight, and there's special attacks here. So this is, yeah, the basis of the game. But this is an extra feature of the game, I should say. Yep. Sorry,
and if I level up, I get new attacks, fight stronger enemies.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so that's the forest maze.
Cool.
So beyond that, we also want to offer individuals and projects the ability to create their own NPCs within the game. You could be a playable character, or you could just be an NPC in a town, or maybe you want to create your whole town for yourself. So this town over here, surrounded by snowy mountains.
Whoa, you just glazed over something. You're saying that I can create my own character?
Yes, you can. You can create your own playable character. So if that's something that you're interested in doing. So at the moment, it's the two co-creators of Schmeckles. So Jay, who's me, James Ray XRP. There's also T Schmeckles, who's available to play. So I play as a martial artist. T is a huntress. So they're two of the playable characters at the moment, but we would love if other people are interested in having themselves there, in maybe having something completely crazy or silly. We're open to anything. So that will be for a Schmeckle fee exchange. The Schmeckles that we receive through this game are going to be burnt. So it's going to further contribute to our diminishing supply. And it also gives you a way that you can utilize your Schmeckles and spend them. It gives Schmeckles a use rather than just being a token to hold. So this is one of the ways you can spend your Schmeckles, by creating in-game characters, whether that's a playable character or an NPC. You can also purchase your own city, like we're going through now. And there's other ways as well. So we're going to also offer, if you have a character that you create, for example, we're going to create NFTs off the back of that. Or if there's an existing character that you want an NFT of, we're going to allow that to happen as well.
So yes, yep. so many, because hey, there's too cold.
That's too cold.
So real quick, just going back, just want to take a couple steps back, because there's a couple questions off of this. So if I pay you Schmeckles, you're going to burn them, and then my character goes in every game.
That's right. It's in the final release. So in the final release, not beta. That's right. So the beta is going to remain as is, as just a testament to what the potential of this game is. And we're going to have a period of time, which we do not know yet. We can't define that because we don't know what the interest is going to be. So ideally, there's a whole lot of interest, and then we look for an early 2023 release of a game which features multiple different XRPL projects, which has the ability for anybody to have their own character within the game, their own quest lines, their own cities, and really create this into a collaborative game featuring and celebrating the XRPL. Of course, also Schmeckles. Schmeckles is part of the reason why the game is created. It's the in-game token. It's the name of the game. So Schmeckles will also be featured throughout the game in its entirety. But we also want to invite all XRPL projects in to celebrate their projects, as well as celebrate being creative, playing a game, having fun, just enjoying your time.
So an individual or a project can buy a town, can request something in the game, and it will be added.
That's right.
So depending upon the scale, the price is going to differ, right? This isn't like one low price of 12 XRP or something like that, right?
Most definitely. So we are going to introduce a menu of sorts. So just sort of like a list of prices for different things, just as a base rate. But as the complexity of that increases, we may have to vary that price. But of course, it's not about creating money. It's more so about collaborating and also supporting the Schmeckles project.
Gotcha. No, okay, cool. So I can, or anyone can, I guess they're going to go to you to Twitter, or where will they interact with you to purchase these things?
So we're available for engagement through Twitter, through our website. We'll have a form on our website as well underneath the game when it's hosted.
Okay.
We will also have availability for contact through Telegram, through Discord, through Facebook, through Instagram, but Twitter is our home. Twitter is probably the easiest place to get a hold of us, but definitely through the form on our website. That's something that we're going to be reviewing daily. So any of those platforms, just as long as you get in contact with us.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Well, I see Two Colds here. So this is did Two Cold pre-purchase, or how does this work?
So this is a gift to Too Cold, and it's also just, we wanted to have Too Cold Town in there to show and sort of champion what is possible. So we wanted the potential to be seen for others when they're playing this game, that this is something that they may be interested in creating. And we don't want to limit it as well. So we can always extend this island and create more land, but some people may want to be in a whole different world, a whole different universe, create something that's doesn't look like Earth, that looks like an alien planet, for example. And
something with different dimensions per se.
Exactly right. Yeah, something
Okay.
like going through a portal and ending up somewhere else.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that is definitely an added feature. So we've stolen a bit from other games. So like the dark grass is where you're going to encounter other enemies. So for example here, and yeah, there's so much to really get stuck into. So I don't want to give too much away at the same time. So the game is going to be released this coming Saturday Australian time, which may be Friday night or Saturday morning in the US. And like I said, the game will be released in its beta format, which we are seeing on screen now. So the game will have approximately 1 to 2 hours of playable content. And then it's really just a potential. Like, we're showing the potential of this game, and we're looking to now collaborate and engage with others so we can build this into its final format. Of course, there's also the potential that others do not contact us. And in that case, we're still going to be developing further cities, further content. We're definitely going to be celebrating this place over here, XRPL Town, for that educational element. So you can go in there, stack up your Schmeckles, level up your character, and then go over to Ocean Town and make some purchases, get some new gear and equipment to make your battles easier. We also really want to have a featured final fight, so the game has an end point. So right now in beta form, there's a whole bunch of quests that you can go on, but once those quests are complete, you're sort of left to just the open world to go around, and you can continue to battle and level your character up. That will be one of the achievements, for example, is to reach and attain a certain level. But yeah, so it's still a development. This game is not in final release, and that's just something that we want to be very clear about.
Okay, so going back a couple of questions. This is free to play, right? Or
free to play.
Free to play.
Open to everyone. You don't need to be a Schmeckle holder to play. You don't need to be part of the Schmeckles community to play. You may just stumble upon it on Google or something, and you're more than welcome to play the game. And we are hoping that it does have that effect, because there is that educational part of it. So people may come and discover the game and just want to have a fun play around. And as a result, they also learn about the XRPL, and they may choose to come in and invest. So we're hopeful of that. It's also introducing a number of other projects through the town heralds as well as the cities. So it's got multiple facets to it. But yeah, it works as advertising as well as enjoyment. It's just, yeah, it's just a fun little development for the project.
So if I'm a crypto investor and I have, let's say, kids that would enjoy this, then of course I could tell them, hey, stick them in this game. Tell them you can get free experience and you can level up by going and learning more about blockchain. And
all we'll say is, under parental supervision, more than happy to do that. But we have marked this game as an 18+ game, and that's due to swear words utilized throughout the game. So some of the songs feature swear words, and some of the dialogue may get a little bit spicy at times.
Okay, but, important distinguishment there.
Yeah, definitely.
Play the game first, or understand.
Yeah.
Okay, so this game would be rated mature.
Definitely.
Okay, cool. All right. So just throw that out there, parents. Maybe I misunderstood. Or at your own discretion. But cool. So I can purchase things to put in here. It's free to play. It's achieve to earn, right?
That's right. Yeah.
How often will the achievements happen, or when do they reset? How many achievements are there, and what's the opportunity to earn within those achievements, and how big will that be?
Yeah, so the pool for the achievements will be 250 XRP for the first release, and that 200 for the beta release. That's right. So the 250 XRP will be broken up. We're thinking 25 different achievements, but we may not land like that, depending on what we decide to do. And it's just going to be as simple as you're playing and you reach that achievement, You screenshot it, you send it through to us either through the form on the web page, or through Twitter, or through Instagram, or Facebook, or Discord, or Telegram. And then once we've received that, then we will reward that achievement and show that on the website, so nobody else is trying to seek that achievement, and then we'll pay that player as well.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's the huge thing right now. And I go back to, because you said you're going to go to mobile. Um, on terms of the games on the XRPL, I know there's a few that are trying to do multiplayer. And, I just think of, when I saw that, I just thought of, the game that I played when I was younger that I could battle with other kids, and Pokemon, is kind of what it looks like to me. So is there going to be, or are you open to developing a multiplayer version if the community is like, yes,
Most definitely. We're not close to anything, and that's the beauty of this project, or this project development. I will say that for this final release, we are definitely not pushing towards a multiplayer release. It's more about a celebration of the XRPL. So that may become a third release. So if there is a lot of interest there, it's definitely something we can consider. And something else that I will say, if you're a game developer and you're interested in joining us, or you're a content writer and you want to write some storylines within the game, more than welcome to reach out to us, and we would love to work with you and credit you for the work that you do. If it's something that's really significant, we can also pay you for your time. So for example, if someone's watching this and they're like, oh, I can turn that into a multiplayer game, that's easy, that's something I do all the time, reach out to us and let's do it for the final release. But it's not something that we have the capability right now to do in-house. It's something that we would have to definitely consult out to do.
Well, yeah, that's really cool. You're open to that. And yes, as someone who has a game development background, this is the kind of thing, if you're coming out of college or you're in high school, that the kind of projects you want to be involved in to be able to get stuff in your portfolio and show to those bigger development studios, or if Schmeckles may become one of those one day, who knows? But would love to see that and happen. And so please do reach out to them. Of course, that's through Twitter again, to reach out, and I'll put their link in the description and the link
Perfect.
to do you want me to put the link to the game, or is that going to come out later? That's going to come out later,
so
right?
I believe this will come out before the game, but we can definitely share the link, because that we already have the URL for that, so you could definitely share it. Right now at that URL, there's just a bit of information about the game and a few screen grabs.
Okay.
But that will be the same place that the game will be hosted.
Cool.
On that same webpage. Yep.
Yeah, I'll put it down in the description if you want to send me that. And
Yep,
I'm trying to remember all these different things. Of course, I forgot to ask you about the controls. You said it's on PC, so obviously it's point and click. And you said you could use the up and down arrows to.
That's right. Yeah. So either, depending on how you want to play, you can just use up, down, left, right on your keypad, or you can use your mouse to point and click. Both are acceptable. When you're in the battle sequence, though, while you can use your keyboard, it's so much easier to just use your mouse. So it just depends on your flavor, your preference, though.
Gotcha. Oh, that's really cool. I hope a lot of people interact with you and want to be part of the, this could really just become like the XRPL world potentially.
Most definitely. Yeah.
Let's talk NFTs. So this is just an in-game world. It's going to be is this going to be a place where I could put in an NFT or display it, or if I wanted to do something with my NFTs?
We definitely could. The only issue with it is your NFT's quality will be reduced. So for the game to function in an efficient way, we can't have too much loaded onto it based on our current setup. In the future, potentially we can create something much bigger, but for what this is at the moment, we're limited in the quality of NFTs, but it's definitely something we could do. So we could create a NFT city, for example, where you could go into different galleries and you could see your NFTs displayed around that a room within that city or within the city itself.
Not beta,
most
of course.
Definitely something we can do. Not for beta, but that is something we can do if that's of interest. If people want to just show off their NFTs, 100% we can do that. Yeah.
Cool. And these are all things that are potentially open, and this is a world that you guys you're leaving open to the community to interact and figure out what it's going to be. So it's really exciting. The potential is really endless. So I really appreciate you
Yeah.
coming on and sharing that with us. Is there
Thank
anything
you for
else
having
we
me,
need?
JP.
Yeah, is there anything else we need to know before we get
Well,
out of
there's
here?
there's so much that I would love to go into, and I think we probably need another interview for it. But and one of the big things that I'm excited about is we've received a new team, a new group that's joined our team at Schmeckles, and they are a digital marketing team. So you're going to see a lot more promotional marketing type posts that are going to come through. That's going to be primarily their role will be with Facebook and Instagram to grow our communities in those two avenues, but that's also going to feed back into Twitter. So for example, for this game release, I've already seen a really cool video that they've put together for that. So that's something that you'll see in the next couple of days, maybe even before this is live. So it's really exciting to have them on board, to have that professionalism that they bring. They are an Australian company called Oztech Web Development. So they are featuring on our website now. But yeah, we're really, really excited to grow our team in that way. We've also brought in a developer into our Discord. So our Discord had a bit of a facelift since we last spoke as well, JT. We now have both the XRP price and Schmeckles price in there through bots. We have a Discord tip bot, where we can tip people into with that. We can tip people Schmeckles directly through Discord itself. So when we run trivia, for example, in our Discord, so we run Rick and Morty trivia. And when we do that, we can pay people directly without having to collect their wallets and doing it manually. It's just an auto/tip to that individual. So that's a big help as well. And that's thanks to one of our new team members called Ghost, who's a Python dev. So he's joined us and he's been helping us out with the Discord side of things. So
I would love to actually talk about that more. There's some I have some questions. We can go into another video
all right.
about that specifically, because that intrigued me. But I appreciate you coming on. I'd love to have you back. I'm sure if you stick around on the channel, we will have James back, and there'll be I've heard many more things going on, but we're going to cut it here today, and appreciate your guys' time. And I'm JTXRP. This is James Ray XRP, and we're out.